I'd love to give you a beautiful tool this week on how to access your soul. And I call this intuitive painting. And let me tell you that in my soul contract, it's not only about healing, but it's about art. So by really bringing the art and healing together, I designed, and that is part of my responsibility to the world, the beautiful process of intuitive painting. So what you're going to need to get started is you can have any kind of paints to work with, and water-based paints are easier to work with because what you'll need is some water in a container. You'll also need to have water-based paint. That will include watercolors. It can also include acrylic paints as well. And there are many, many different colors you can get. You'll also need a variety of brushes and a palette. You can get a plastic palette, a wooden palette, or if you need to put something together at home and you don't have a palette, you could always take a piece of aluminum foil and fold it like a palette and put it in a square rectangular form so you can put your dabs of paint on it. And as far as paper goes, they have something called canvas paper, and that's what's being used in this demonstration today. Or you can actually get a regular canvas or just regular paper. All of those are fine. The most important part of this process, though, is that you will be doing this process in silence, and the main point of it is that you're tapping in to this very important part of you, your intuition. So the first question that I ask is, which of the colors call to you? And you will go ahead and pick the colors. You'll then put it on your palette, and then you're going to begin painting. You're going to dip it in water and go ahead now and lay it down on the canvas or paper. And as you see in this demonstration, the client is just allowing her brush to take over here. It's a very free process. You really tune your mind out, you open up your heart, and just allow your brush to take over. One of the things that happens in intuitive painting, there are a lot of symbols that do start showing up that have pretty significant meaning. So this client has chosen to begin, and her first color is orange. At any time you can go ahead and change your brush if you're called to a different one. Once again, dipping it in water allows easier flexibility for you. As I said to you before, don't be surprised what symbols show up as you're doing this process. And remember, there's no right or wrong. Anything that gets revealed is just perfect. By the way, most people who do this process have absolutely no experience in painting at all. You don't have to be an artist. That's why it's so freeing. Just to allow yourself to let that brush take over. What's really nice about this in this finished drawing here of the woman is you see there's a lot of red, the color red being added. And once we get into looking at this painting, I'm sure that's going to have a significance. It's almost like it's being outlined in the color red. And there looks like there's a mic. This particular client is in the entertainment industry. So I think this is probably a picture of herself here. Once again, for easier flexibility, water on the brush allows you to be able to manage the paint easier. As I've said to you before, A lot of symbols show up in these intuitive paintings, and we see that the client has just added hearts here, and it looks like she has also added some dollar bills in there as well. There's a lot of red. It's a very significant color. After the client put down all the symbols, she asked for gold. She got really called to the color gold, and luckily I brought it. I actually got a message to bring gold today. So right now, that the next color of significance that's going on this painting is the color gold. So far as I'm looking at this, the significant colors are red and gold. And I think I've mentioned to you before that every color has a meaning. So if we're drawn to a certain color, it means that that part of us needs healing. As we move forward here, all the gold has been put down, and there are some words going on the painting. This word is effortless. Once again, symbols and words, all of those are significant as well. And it looks like we've got a lot of dollar signs. You will know when you're finished your painting by asking the painting, are you complete? And when you are, I ask for you to ask the question, what is the message you have for me today? And as you see, the client now is receiving the message. We do a process called automatic writing. Automatic writing, what happens is you really hear the words come down. Sometimes it's by words, by sentences, and this gives a channeling of the information. So instead of the words going through your mind, they really come through your heart. And that's what you see here. She's receiving her message. So essentially, it's coming down. As you see, she's stopping, starting, as it's flowing. This beautiful painting that she has created. Welcome back. I'm actually sitting in my very own indoor healing garden, and I'd love to share with you how I created it. And it's so simple, and it's something that you can do, and it's very, very inexpensive. So first of all, let me tell you, you find a space that you spend a lot of time in, and you'll know exactly where that space is. It doesn't have to be large, it can be even a small area. And then you start gathering things to put in your garden. Now that's the most fun. So I'm going to show you what I have collected for my garden here. And everything has a meaning. First of all, this is a piece of red rock, which I got from a vortex in Sedona. So it's got a lot of wonderful energy to it. I happen to love rocks because I believe we are rocks. We're made from rocks, and they're very akin to me. The next thing, I have collected different stones. I love quartz crystal. Quartz crystal is known for their cleansing power. And one thing to mention, you can buy these in a bag and scatter them around, and they give a very sparkly look. They also sell at stores colored rocks, and they come in all different colors. They're actually made from glass. Now, color is very, very important in healing, and depending on the color that you're called to, often it means a part of your body that needs healing. I happen to like the color blue a lot because blue represents self-expression. So that takes care of some of the rocks here. Of course, I've gotten some larger pieces like this beautiful amethyst. I love purple. Purple's a beautiful spiritual color. And you can collect from nature even an old part of a tree, a branch. So the beautiful thing is you can organize your garden, you can reorganize your garden in any way, and then you can put certain pieces in your garden that have meaning to you. I also picked up some more crystals, and I wanted just to show you this. I talk about this in my work a lot. This is Kuan Yin, and Kuan Yin represents the goddess of compassion, and this is a very beautiful energy to me that represents self-love, which is a tremendous amount of my work is on self-love. So today I wanted to share with you on how to create an inner sanctuary, and one tip is it's all around you, it's in nature, and also take symbols that mean something to you and put it in your garden. And then the best part is you can just be around the energy of that garden, meditate around that garden, change it out as you like, but it's a beautiful act of self-love because it's your special place.